Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CEO of Black Enterprise, Earl Butch Graves, Jr.
Now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce, for part of our luminaries, our next speakers. Our hosts for this afternoon are Kristen Graves and Sidnee Michelle, who are going to be the hosts for the Luminary Awards. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies. It's always a pleasure to share this moment with you. This afternoon's Luminary Awards Luncheon is one of the highlights of our summit. It's a special opportunity for us to recognize women who truly embody what this award represents: bold leadership, clear vision, and the information and inspiration that moves industries and communities forward. And that spirit of leadership, information, and inspiration is exactly what Black Enterprise has been championing for more than 55 years, originally as America's most trusted print magazine, and today as the #1 Black digital media company for business.
For decades, Black Enterprise has helped brands engage in the dynamic community of professionals, entrepreneurs, and leaders shaping the future of business and culture.
Through trusted journalism, powerful storytelling, and high-impact events, our digital platform has been meeting points for ideas, opportunities, and growth.
It's a platform built on trust, credibility, and meaningful engagement, where brands can connect with audience that values insight, progress, and impact.
Here's what Black Enterprise offers as a digital media company today.
For more than 55 years, Black Enterprise has been the most trusted Black-owned media brand at the intersection of business and culture. Black Enterprise connects brands to one of the most influential audiences in America through blackenterprise.com and the BE Audience Accelerator, powered by proprietary first-party data, reaching Black professionals, decision-makers, and entrepreneurs across the open web through digital display, video, and CTV, delivering scale in trusted, brand-safe environments, and garnering over 18 million monthly digital and social uniques, plus 10 million monthly page views and 2.5 million social followers. From financial services and technology, pharmaceuticals and consumer product goods, the world's biggest brands partner with Black Enterprise for powerful, custom-branded content. We create authentic storytelling through articles, live broadcasts, original video series, and podcasts like From the Corner Office, Sisters Inc., Boardroom Chats, Beyond the Hype, and Be the Game, the business of sports, that generates over 28 million views while spotlighting CEOs, entrepreneurs, celebrities, and industry leaders. Plus, Best, the Black Enterprise streaming television FAST channel, delivers premium programming that will include playback of this year's Women of Power Summit from March 30th to April 5th. Why partner with Black Enterprise? Because we don't just reach the Black business community, we move it.
Yes. Now, that reach and influence are a part of what makes gatherings like the Women of Power Summit so powerful, bringing together leaders who are shaping industries and opening doors for the next generation. All right, ladies, wait. Before we get to the awards, if you are here last year, you may recall we showed off our suits that were provided by one of our expo designers. This year, we're styled by Andra Duncan. Let us give you a better look.
Photo shoot. Pause, 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 photo shoot. Pause, 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 pause.
If I didn't get Sidnee, she wouldn't stop, so. So one of you lucky ladies will also get the chance to win an outfit by Andra. Just head to the expo to enter if you haven't already.
Now this afternoon, we have the privilege of recognizing several of those extraordinary leaders. Our luminaries are dynamic forces in their fields, rising leaders driving change through fresh ideas, bold moves, and forward-thinking leadership. They are pushing boundaries, reimagining what's possible. Women leaving a measurable mark on the industries they touch.
And joining us today are representatives from our luncheon host, UnitedHealth Group, as well as leaders from Amazon, FedEx, and Toyota Motor North America Incorporated, accomplished women of power in their own right who will help present these distinguished honors.
We are so grateful for their partnership and for their continued commitment to championing and investing in the next generation of exceptional talent. Here to kick off our award presentations is the Human Resources Director for Amazon. Please welcome Kim Fields.
Thank you, Sidney Michelle. Good afternoon, everyone. You all are so warm, thank you. It is my privilege to present this afternoon's first award to Sandra Douglas Morgan. Absolutely. She's a phenomenal woman who stands at the crossroads of history and possibility. As president of the Las Vegas Raiders, she leads one of the most storied franchises in the National Football League with clarity, courage, and vision, shaping not just a team, but a legacy. In every arena she enters, she raises the standard, and long before her history-making turn as the first Black woman to serve as president of an NFL team, she was already opening doors, becoming Nevada's first Black city attorney and the first Black chair of the Nevada Gaming Control Board. Sandra leads with purpose, she builds with intention, and she proves again and again that barriers are not walls, but starting lines.
Thank you so much for that incredibly humbling introduction in that video. Let's give it up for this young man right here that actually put that video together. It's my first time seeing it. Thank you so much, Butch, and the entire Black enterprise ecosystem for this truly, truly humbling honor this afternoon. I'm so honored to receive this, to be recognized amongst such extraordinary women, to have, honestly, the passion and the energy that I know we felt on stage earlier today, and just to be in a room full of people who truly are here because you want to support each other in your careers, professionally, personally, in all aspects of our lives. You know, this recognition actually reflects truly the countless women and people who have come before us, who challenged barriers, created opportunities, and made it possible for us to walk through these doors, and honestly for me to be able to even serve as the president of the Las Vegas Raiders today. But one moment continues to stay with me. Prior to taking this position, I was normally behind the scenes. And I remember being at an event at Allegiant Stadium when a young girl and her father came up to me and he said, "I've been a Raiders fan for decades, but with your appointment was the first time my daughter said, hey, maybe I can be a president of an NFL team too." And so, thank you. That moment, still, even as you can hear, truly reminds me that leadership is not ever about just the role that we hold. It's truly about the example that we set and the doors that we open for others. So the women in this room, you all represent a possibility for the next generation. Our accomplishments are meaningful, not because of what we achieve, but because of who is watching us, and to show them that their dreams are valid and that their voices matter. So I accept this award with gratitude, with a continued commitment to lift as we climb. Thank you again for this incredible honor.
Congratulations, Sandra, and thank you once again to Kim from Amazon. Now please join me in welcoming our next presenter, the Chief Client and Growth Officer for UnitedHealth Retiree Solutions, Linda Jones.
Thank you, Kristen. It is my privilege to present the next honoree, Jotaka Eaddy. Jotaka Eaddy is a force of clarity, conviction, and courage. She is a builder of bridges in rooms where power gathers and a steady voice for communities too often unheard. Guided by purpose and grounded in justice, she moves with strategy and heart. For more than 2 decades, she has stood at the center of movements that matter, helping transform urgency into action and ideas into lasting change. In 2020, she founded Win with Black Women, an intergenerational sisterhood that galvanized millions, amplified the leadership of Black women, and helped shape a historic movement in American democracy. Jotaka is more than a strategist. She is a convener, an advocate, and a believer in the power of collective action.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank Earl Butch Graves and the entire Black Enterprise family for this incredible honor. For decades, what we know, all of us in this room, is that Black Enterprise has done something powerful and necessary. You have seen Black women. You have recognized our brilliance, our leadership, our vision, and our impact long before many other publications and institutions were willing to do the same, and that deserves a hand clap. And so to receive this honor from you is especially special to me. To my fellow honorees, it is truly an honor to stand alongside you. Each of you, you represent courage and excellence and brilliance and leadership, and I'm honored to be amongst each and every one of you. Being accounted in this room, I do not take it lightly. It means so much, and I want to really acknowledge and pay homage to the sisters in here that are a part of the Win with Black Women family. The thousands of Black women who continue to show up in courage and clarity with each other, and particularly to you that are part of the 44,000 of Black women who dare to show up on one Sunday night and ignite a movement in this country of sisterhood and love. And to the 92% of Black women who continue to show up for our democracy. It's because of your leadership and consistency and unwavering commitment to our communities that you remind us of what collective power looks and feels like. I received this Luminary Award today with deep humility because I know that not one of us in this room arrived by ourselves. Every single door that I have walked through, that we have walked through, was opened by someone's, and particularly it is largely a Black woman, by her courage, by her sacrifice, and by someone else's belief that they might not have ever even seen for themselves, but they seen it in us. And so I stand in homage to those Black women here today. I also stand here as a daughter of a powerful lineage, particularly that of my mother. May she rest in her heavenly home, Lenora Abraham Eaddy, and so many other Black women whose shoulders I stand on, as their prayers and their work and what they have poured into me have made it possible for me to do here. And whether or not my work, whether it's Win with Black Women or in Silicon Valley, what I know is that in spaces where we as Black women, where we gather and support each other, what I know and what continues to guide me is that collaboration and collective power, my sisters, it is sacred. It is not transactional, but indeed sacred. Because when we as Black women come together, we stand in our power, when we open doors for each other, when we say a Black woman's name in a room that she is not in, we know that we can shift history. As I take my seat, I would be remiss if I did not offer a gentle reminder to this powerful room of Black women. This moment in our country and in our communities is asking something of each of us. It is asking us not only to rise in our careers, but to rise together in our courage, in our care for one another, and our commitment to shaping the future. We cannot shrink from the responsibility that comes with our leadership. We must open doors wider. We must share information more freely. We must pull more sisters in the rooms of opportunity. And we must also protect our joy, our dignity, and the well-being of Black women wherever we have influence. Because the truth is that when Black women move, the world changes. So again, thank you so much. I accept this award not as recognition, but as a reminder of what is possible when we choose collaboration over competition, courage over silence, and collective progress over our individual success. I thank you so much. I thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jotaka, and thank you once again to Linda and the United Healthcare Group. Now, please join me in welcoming our next presenter, the Vice President of Internal Audit International for FedEx, Felicia Stewart-Seard.
Thank you, Sidney Michelle, and good afternoon to everyone. It is my honor and pleasure to present the next award to an extraordinary and truly deserving honoree, Shelly Cayette-Weston, a woman who moves at the speed of possibility. From the hardwood to the boardroom, she has turned arenas into engines of opportunity and partnerships into platforms for impact. As President of Business Operations for the Charlotte Hornets, she orchestrates more than games and events. She shapes moments that bring cities together. Her rise through the NBA is marked by firsts and by fearlessness. With the Cleveland Cavaliers, she became the first Black woman to serve as Chief Commercial Officer for an NBA franchise, redefining what leadership looks like in professional sports and transforming the business of basketball along the way. A Hall of Fame athlete from Tulane Athletics, she still plays to win. Only now, the scoreboard is measured in community impact, innovation, and doors open for the next generation.
Women of power, thank you for showing up today. I feel on fire right now. It's a great video. I want to start with thanking Butch, not just for this honor today, but thank you for your vision and for your continued legacy. You know, I remember being a little girl in a small town, and I remember that Black Enterprise magazine that was on my mom's coffee table. And I remember seeing it for the first time and the beautiful images of the people in it, not knowing what business was, but having an insight to what it could be. So thank you for that. I want to thank you to your entire Black Enterprise team. You have an amazing team. You guys are on point. So I know this is not easy, yes. And being in the events business, so thank you for that. Thank you to my fellow luminaries, amazing, inspiring women. Again, I'm just honored to be on this stage with you. And to all of, again, my friends, family, this doesn't happen alone. I think you all know that. I would say, if I was to ask any of you, and I think you would agree with me, that no one would just give a job to run a professional NBA franchise to a little Black girl from a small town with no red lights and sugarcane fields in the back of our street that had never even been to a professional game until college. Nobody would hand over a job to run a professional NBA team. I think you agree with me on that, right? But when they say two things can be true, what I will tell you is because I was that little Black girl from a small town with no red lights and sugarcane fields in the back, filled with community that built resilience and tenacity in me that I didn't know what I was preparing for. Because of that, I am the head of an NBA franchise today. I tell you that because sometimes we think the things that are a disadvantage are the very things that give us our competitive advantage, and it's only up to us how we utilize that. I am so honored. I think, as Sandra said, my little girl, my little 6-year-old, I always ask her what she wants to be. A year ago when we moved to Charlotte, it was nothing. I think she was just trying to be stubborn. And today, she says she wants to be a president of the Charlotte Hornets. She knows no barriers. She sees no challenges. She doesn't know there's only 3 of us. To her, it's just another opportunity. That is the beauty of the position we sit in today and will continue to grow over time. I think as we leave here, there's going to be a few opportunities for us and what's next behind the next doors. There's some doors that are going to be open. We're so lucky that St. Marshall opened the door wide for Sandra and I. Some of the doors are going to be cracked, and you're going to have to nudge them open. And some of the doors, quite frankly, of what's next for all of you is going to be locked, and you're going to have to find the key and open it. But I hope with this summit that we all have a renewed sense of energy, because I know I do. I hope that we leave here with a reminder that we already possess the confidence and the competency to achieve whatever's behind that door. And last but not least, in the spirit of this Luminary Award, luminary actually also means natural light. And we all have a natural light inside of us that nobody can take away. So I ask, with that energy and the confidence and the competency, that we take that light and we shine, not just shine, but be bold in what's next, because our country needs it today. Thank you.
Congratulations, Shelly, and thank you, Felicia and FedEx. And here to present our final award of the afternoon is the General Manager of Business and Community Engagement for Toyota Motor North America, Monica Womack.
Thank you, Kristen, and good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor to present this final award to a truly dynamic woman. Angela Rye is equal parts strategist and storyteller, a leader whose presence commands the room long before you see her resume. She pairs her sharp intellect with fearless candor, her conviction with passion, and her steadfast belief that democracy is strongest when every voice is heard. She has advised at the highest levels of government, she has built institutions, she's shaped national dialogue, and she leads the company she founded with vision and resolve. But what distinguishes Angela is not simply the titles that she holds, it's the way she shows up, prepared, principled, and unapologetically for the people. Whether it's guiding emerging leaders or convening movements, or leading her voice to the NAACP award-winning Native Land Pod, she speaks with clarity and purpose, never losing sight of the communities that is at the heart of all of her work.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much to Black Enterprise for this tremendous honor. To the past luminaries and legacy awardees, the class of luminaries today, thank you so much for your service and commitment to righteousness. To all luminaries who deserve to be recognized for their light, but whose names are rarely called, we see you and we thank you. I'm thinking of my mother right now, who has rarely been recognized despite her tremendous contributions and sacrifices, Dr. Andrea Rye, who's the reason I stand before you today. Growing up with my Black family in my Black house with Black art, Black dolls, and Black books, you best believe we subscribed to Black publications. Essence, Ebony, Jet, and Papa Rye absolutely ensured Black enterprise was included. There I got to learn about courageous business leaders and how they worked with bold community leaders and fearless elected leaders to preserve and protect not just our Black buying power, not just our Black buying power, but also Black economic access, which is our birthright. We celebrated the Black folks who ascended the ranks in the Fortune 1000, those who found their way in venture and private equity, and the entrepreneurs who wanted to chart their own paths. And it is imperative that we stand upon the shoulders who preceded us. That is what it means to fulfill legacy. I cannot tell you how grateful I am to Earl Butch Graves Jr. and his family for understanding how necessary it is to continue the legacy of Earl Graves Sr. Thank you, Butch. Y'all can do better than that. It's 20 years later, y'all can do better than that. This is important. We are fighting on every side. Y'all can do better than that. As you all know, some of us have been too silly to fulfill legacies. charting our own paths in spaces where our ancestors, predecessors already blazed the trails. And speaking of legacy, I want to remind us all about the courage that must come with the platform, the boldness that must come with access, and the conviction that must come with leadership. See, we have missed the target. Oh, okay. We have missed the target. Reverend Jesse Jackson and his contemporaries left a blueprint. He did not just build a rainbow coalition across racial lines. He showed us how to work together outside the white supremacist boundaries and lines that have held us down since 1619. You did not get a job. You are on assignment to let your people go. Your theme song cannot be "Get Money." It has to be "I ain't never scared." Okay? So while you're out here bashing the efforts of the soldiers who tried, the Joshuas, Esthers, Davids, the Harriets, Fredericks, Denmarks, and Marys, but letting all the Goliaths off the hook, even though they are the ones with their feet on our necks, you're mad at the ones who tried, but more than 600,000 of your sisters who were laid off still are not working as you sit quietly in your mid-manager, senior level, and C-suite roles. You are looking for perfection and not progress, but what are you doing? You want to post a social media critique about your family who tried to hold you down, not keep you down, there's a difference, but ain't mad about the entity that has yet to meaningfully pivot. And do not get me started on all the others who should respect our dollar, our labor, and our personhood. I am not your leader because God forbid, Black folks, that we name one, 3 or 10. But if you ask me, the target was too narrow. We need to hold our dollar back and hold accountable every company that holds y'all back and holds us hostage to our consumerism and buying power. We have to elevate and expand our territory. The role of a luminary, ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished friends, is to shine a light on truth. So here is the truth. It is time to reset, family. The paradigm has shifted, and so must we all. We must move together, work together, love one another. It's time to fulfill the legacy with purpose, passion, and power. Thank you.